Scott McLaughlin has his name on 2 Ford Mustangs. One of them took him to his 3rd straight supercar title this year. And then there's this one, the powerful one, the SM17 by Herrod Performance. It's a 775 horsepower beast, to be produced in limited numbers for the Australian and New Zealand markets, and will set you back around $125,000. A 3-litre Whipple supercharger sits atop the 5-litre Coyote V8, boosting power to 578 kilowatts and torque to 810 newton meters. There's a new catback exhaust and unique engine calibration which incorporates all the standard fail-safe modes, as well as extra coolers for the inlet and engine oil. Buyers can choose from either a 6-speed manual or 10-speed auto, the latter also receiving a cooler and a new calibration. Lowered springs drop the body, the Magnaride dampers are retuned, and there are adjustable anti-roll bars. Last, but certainly not least, the 20-inch wheels are wider at both ends and wear massive Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres, measuring 275mm wide at the front, the same size as a normal Mustang's rears, and 305mm out the back. Enough specs, let's drive. Now I know you want to hear about the engine, but what really impresses me about this SM17 is... Alright, I'll tell you about the engine. Most modified Mustangs use a 2.65 litre Eaton supercharger, but this Whipple, a new design created with Herrod, is 3 litres. In very simple terms, more air, more power. The SM17 also delivers its power a bit differently. Rather than dumping it all on you at once, it's very linear, so it keeps building and building as revs increase. This not only makes it more drivable, it also makes it quite exciting, as you go faster and faster as you approach redline. At which point you'll be seriously motoring, as this thing is stupid quick. As an auto, it just eats gear after gear in a series of big gulps. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It's so fast. That said, the manual might be a better choice, as while Herrod's auto calibration is one of the better ones I've tried, there's still a bit of a delay between your throttle input and the engine responding. But to get back to my earlier point, what really impresses me about the SM17 is the work done to its chassis. The Ford Performance Magnaride calibration is excellent. The Scotty Mac is a bit firmer than, say, an R-Spec because it's lower and on bigger wheels, but it's still perfectly comfortable. The huge Michelin tyres create a fair bit of road noise, but are worth it for the massive grip they generate. This isn't an intimidating car to drive, primarily because you can trust it. It needs respect in the wet, but it's not scary or difficult. It still feels a bit heavy when you really push it, because it is. The level of performance is pretty astounding given the standard Mustang's relatively humble origins. The SM17 is an impressive achievement. It has all the aggressive attitude and monster performance of a modified car, yet retains most of its factory manners. Simply put, it's a fine car named for a fine racing driver.